Hello, my name is Mimi, and this is a dash of colors. Welcome back. If this is your first time listening, welcome to our safe zone. And if you're a consistent listener, thank you so much for the support. Do not forget to subscribe to the podcast so you can get notifications on Wednesdays and on Fridays when I upload the episodes. So, today I'm talking about what is my biggest source of fear, anxiety, and uncertainty. I know that most people have never actually wondered what exactly triggers them. And for me, it is a couple of factors which I am going to be sharing today. The first thing is I do not want to be dependent. I know that sounds cliche, probably, but I detest, I hate the concept of having to depend on people for anything at all. And it makes me feel incompetent when I have to depend on someone to get anything I want done. And I know that rules out the basis of humanity, which is that you need people to survive. But that is somehow how I have grown to be. And my biggest source of anxiety is that one day I might not be able to do things for myself. And that scares me a lot because I don't want a situation where I will be at the mercy of an individual before I can actually explore, do things that I want to do, go out and have fun and things like that. So being independent is one thing that fuels my anxiety a lot. The second biggest thing that I know makes me very afraid of my future is being broke. This should be for everybody else, but unlike so many other women whose plans revolve around having a man to do so many things for them, I do not have a problem with that. That's totally a choice. For me, it is I want to be able to afford the things that I want, to be able to afford the life that I want, to be able to go to the places that I want to go to without having to ask a man to take me there, or to be able to buy the things that I really like, not because I don't have to ask a man to do those kinds of things for me. So one of the biggest things that I get very afraid of is being broke. And this is because the entire lifestyle that I have, although that I do not want to, I'm not the kind of person who spends a lot on material things, but I love helping. And being in a situation where I cannot help someone makes me feel miserable, makes me feel completely useless. And that is the hope for me, that is the purpose of having money, to be able to do something, to be able to render help to people, to myself when I really, really need it. So being broke actually fuels a lot of anxiety for me. The next thing is not being able to find purpose. I know that we've talked about purpose a lot, and then it scares me because even right now, I can't seem to say this one thing is the particular thing that I came to earth for or that God created me for. I can't actually say it is anything. I have tried my hands on so many things. I have sewed hair, I have taught, I have worked in a cooperative, I have done so many crazy things, guys. I've done so many things for money, and it seems like I'm just dangling about life. Like, I can't seem to place my hands on what exactly I am meant for, or how exactly I'm supposed to live, what exactly I'm supposed to do. And it's so creepy because I see every other person winning life, doing things, doing crazy things, top tech women, um top finance women and things like that. And I'm like, okay, so where do I fit in? And then I can't seem to figure out what exactly my purpose is. And maybe because I'm overthinking it on, I'm trying to figure out everything on the spot. But that's exactly how I feel, and it makes me very anxious. It makes me very scared of my entire existence. Okay, so another thing that makes me feel very, very scared, and what fuels my anxiety the most, ending up in a wrong marriage. I know that's cliche too, right? But I I always say to myself that I am meant for so much more. And even when I say that I am meant for so much more, I still understand that being or ending up with a man who does not want to help me become better would end up ruining everything for me. So it fuels my anxiety because I am constantly in I'm trying to calculate, I'm trying to be careful who I mingle with, I'm trying to be careful with who I enter relationships with, because I know that somehow, even when I cannot see anything tangible, I know that I am more. I say that to myself, I am more. I have so much potential, and I wouldn't want to fall into the hands of a wrong man. That would kill my dreams, that would kill my visions, that would kill every single thing that I stand for. So it makes me really scared, and that's probably the reason why marriage scares me on a total level, because my parents have such a good marriage. My parents have great marriage. They fight. We've seen them fight. We've seen them make up. We've seen ourselves laugh. And that's beautiful. And then on social media, it seems like there's different life. Then you see people walking in and out of relationships. That's not my vibe. That's personally not the kind of life I want. A life or that's not the kind of relationship I want. A relationship where people think they can easily move away, or they can easily quit or not try to work things out. I am a diehard fan of believing in people, and I want someone to believe in me as much as I believe in them. So it is one of the things that makes me very afraid. I am so scared of ending up with the wrong person, because I intend to be married, even though it might not be right away. But I intend to actually have a man in my life someday. And I am so afraid that I might end up with someone who might not understand my life's visions, and at the end of the day try to suppress it. Okay, so these are like the basic things that actually fuel my anxiety and fear and uncertainty as an individual. And most of us are walking around with things that we're afraid of, but we are yet to identify. It's very, very important to actually know what triggers your anxiety, what triggers your stress, what triggers or makes you uneasy. If you know it, you would definitely be able or be empowered to handle it in a better or a more suitable way. So that was basically what I wanted to share to you. In the coming weeks, my episodes are going to be more personalized, and this is because I'm trying to I'm going to be throwing up points or throwing up topics that people have probably not pondered on, not because they haven't heard about it, but probably because they never thought it was necessary to think of. So what fuels your anxiety? What are those things that if you never actually have access to them would definitely ruin your life? Have you ever thought about it? Have you figured it out? What exactly are the measures you're putting in place to ensure that these big fears or these fueling agents are suppressed, or they never actually show up at all? What exactly are you doing to handle it even if they show up? Okay, so that is the whole essence of sharing today's episode. I hope that by listening, you start asking yourself important questions like, how exactly or what exactly makes me scared? Maybe if you can identify that, you can basically start working on getting or having a more enjoyable life. Thank you so much for listening, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the Telegram community, please, the link is in the description of this episode. Please click the link and join that Telegram community. I share exciting tips every morning to keep you going. In fact, I feel like if you should read what I post every morning before leaving for your normal work, it would help you stay sane to a certain extent. I hope that's helpful. I hope that I continue to put out content that you definitely want to return to. Thank you so much for listening, guys. My name is Mimi, and as always, I'll see you next time.